give me just one more second. Okay, now the housekeeping is totally done. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, uh, almost ready. I can't find my notes. Right, found them. All right, and boom. Let's do that. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's Crystalline, and I am here to talk to you today about the $25,000 miraculous money manifestation formula. Now, we've met over the last several days, and I've talked to you about how envy. So, in case you haven't noticed, I'm taking you through the 7 prosperity killing sins that are basically killing your prosperity, stopping you from manifesting um, large amounts of money. And, here I'm going live just for, 10, 15 minutes, just to kind of give you some insight, to give you some things to think about. All right. I want you to think about these things because the information that I'm giving you is helpful. It's not just helpful, it's essential. And if you think that you can move forward and hold on to these 7 killers, I'm so sorry, but you're wrong. You cannot, you have to change some things about who you are in order to up level your manifestations, whether you're up leveling your financial manifestations or your romantic manifestations or your health. You cannot stay at the same level and expect to reach greater heights. I know that sounds really obvious, but we don't do the internal work that we need enough to take us to the next level. We'll do the external things. Like if you want to lose weight, you'll diet and you'll maybe even try exercising. But not enough people go inside and change their way of seeing themselves, because this is one of the biggest keys. Financially, you are where you are because you believe that's where you belong. So for a lot of people, and we've got 30 people signed up to manifest $25,000 in 28 days. That's a lot of people. These people are understanding that they have to make a mindset shift. It's not about going into your garage and selling all the stuff, and it's not about selling the family jewels so that you can manifest $25,000. That's not manifesting. Just, starting from the outside and bringing outside solutions without doing any work inside. That's not manifestation. That's just doing some shit. So this $25,000 challenge is not about just doing some shit. The $25,000 challenge is about changing miraculously, right? Taking yourself through a process of healing the 7 deadly sins within yourself. I don't call them the sins, I call them the prosperity killers, because they are prosperity killers. I've been talking to you about them these last several days. So, and I'm going to continue talking to you about them until I feel tired about talking about them. And then, and then of course, Saturday is when our program starts. Now, I see that Sevda is here and Juanita are here. Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. I want to make sure that you all, by the way, Wednesday, we're having orientation, but the program begins officially on Saturday. So I want to just say that, put it out there so that you all can mark your calendars. On Wednesday, the meeting's at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. On Saturday, it's at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. Right. My point is that in order to manifest $25,000 in 28 days, you have to become a person who can manifest $28,000 in $25,000 in 28 days. How do you do that? You do that by overcoming at least 7 things. And I'm not saying that you have to overcome these things to the level of perfection. God will let you know to what level, but you have to open the door to God to let you know. You got to like even have a conversation with God about it. You have to say, God, yeah, I want to manifest $25,000 in 28 days. Okay. Whether you've done that before or not, whether you have a business or not, it doesn't matter. Because if you think it's about something that is happening on the outside, you're not listening, you're not hearing me. It's very much about who you are on the inside. And the wonderful thing about God, the wonderful thing about our Lord God, is that time is not an issue. It's God is going to respond always to your vibration, the vibration. So if you start stripping away the negative vibrations of those 7 sins, lust, envy, gluttony, greed, pride, um, sloth, did I say envy? Okay. If you start stripping away those layers, your vibration is raising, 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 raising. So your job is to strip away those layers. Now, I'm taking you through the challenge myself in my program. If you want to join me, it's $222. Rebecca, will you please put the link to join in the comments? And by the way, if you're watching me live, will you please in the comments type in #live? And if you're watching the replay, if you're catching this after, type in #replay. I'm live right now. Um, so, right. Um, Manifesting money, manifesting romance, manifesting excellent health. It's all the same formula. It's really, and especially this year, it's an 8 year. And it's about coming into integrity with the truth of who you are. So this is a year that is setting you up for your future. And it's a year that's inviting you, there's a big shift. Pluto just moved into Aquarius. So we are all being invited to transform the way that we show up for ourselves. If you're an Aquarius, this is really important. If you're an Aquarius, give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know that you're here. If you're an Aquarius, you're feeling it. I already know you are because I'm feeling it. And I knew it was coming. I just didn't know it was coming like this, you know? If you have an Aquarius rising, you're also feeling it really strong, like it's in obvious ways. People are feeling it everywhere, but it might be more subtle. Aquarians are feeling it in the personality and the mind and how we show up. It's a big transformation of our entire being. So talk about from caterpillar to butterfly, it's the real deal. Right. So don't get me started. So what am I talking about today? What's our agenda for today? The agenda for today, the title is, Are You Too Lazy to Manifest $25,000 in 28 days? And spiritual and emotional laziness are a thing. You can be spiritually and emotionally lazy. And that's where you need to start. Okay. I'm not talking about, do you make your bed up in the morning? Do you take the time to comb your hair? Do you floss your teeth and use your water pick? Do you clean your kitchen on a regular basis? Do you make sure your house is tidy and neat? Do you repair the walls when, the paint starts to peel? I'm not talking about those external things, because you can't do those external things if you don't have the emotional capacity to do those external things. So why would I tell you, if you want to lose weight, go exercise or eat right? Why would I tell you to do those things if you don't have the emotional capacity or the spiritual energy to do those things? I wouldn't. I'm not that kind of a coach. I don't want to set you up for failure. So what do I have to do? I have to work with you on your emotions and your spiritual self. I have to work with you on your energetic self. So where does sloth come in? Sloth, laziness. That word, sloth, is hilarious. It's hilarious. It's biblical. Um, Sloth is basically laziness, right? And we want to understand that this laziness around the way you care for yourself, not your physical self, that's an issue, sure. But you can't even brush your teeth or comb your hair or have a shower if you're depressed, right? If you don't have the energy inside and you don't have the spiritual connection, how am I going to inspire you to go the extra mile? It's really difficult. So my point is that we have to put an end to kind of the emotional laziness and stagnation before we can go forward and take on the goal of manifesting $25,000 or even manifesting 50 bucks. Okay. If your energy is stagnant, even manifesting just 50 bucks can be really hard. So, I would like for you to consider, before you do anything, I'm so sorry. I'm really very relaxed right now. I don't know what's going on with me. Crystalline is so laid back right now. I feel good. I think that's why I'm just relaxed. And that feels nice. I have no obligations. I owe nobody anything. And it just feels free. It feels free and it feels light. And I have no agenda, and that feels good. Look, there's a lot of things that have changed. And I'm talking about sloth, and I think that sloth is kind of like, girl, you're relaxed. Like, there's a difference between relaxed and lazy, right? Um, I'm not sloth-like because, like, if you saw the notes, I've got about 6 pages just written about sloth. Nope, not sloth-like here. But emotionally, we can be very sloppy in our emotions, right? We can find ourselves wallowing in self-pity. We can allow terror and panic to paralyze us into inaction. Um, we can have compulsive behavior, such as overeating, okay, compulsive eating behaviors. We can have, addictions. We can be reliant on pharmaceuticals. We can be using weed compulsively, alcohol compulsively. All of these things really contribute to the slothful nature, and all those things I've listed, like overeating, using weed, using alcohol, pharmaceuticals, all of that stuff adds to the feeling, to those negative feelings. Sure, they make you feel good in the moment, but they're just helping you escape your responsibility. And sloth is that willingness to escape responsibility. That's sloth-like. And that will stop you from manifesting $25,000 for sure. I just got a message that said badass all the way. I love that. That just like flashed across my screen. A friend sent a message. That's sweet. I love my friends. Their timing is impeccable. All right. So again, I don't know, has Rebecca, have you dropped the link for us? Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Thank you, Juanita, for hashtag live. I appreciate that too. Um, right. So look, let me see if I have any kind of solution in here that I want to give you today. Obviously, the solution is to come and join me because I have a whole program. Oh my God. I have How many pages, Rebecca, is that book? Put it in the Facebook, is the guidebook. We had to put the book into two parts. We have days 1 through 7 for the manifestation, for the Miraculous Money Manifestation Challenge. We have days 1 through 7 in one book, okay? And then we have days 8 through 28 in a separate book. And how many pages is that guidebook, Rebecca? I can't remember. Hold on, I'm sorry. I lost my thing here. Guidebook is around 90 pages. Yeah. Thank you, darling. Yeah. The reason why it's so long is because every single day is spelled out. So you never have to wonder. Like I built the book for somebody who learns like I do. And so it's day 1, step 1, day 1, step 2, day 1, step 3, day 1, step 6, all the way down. And then it's day 2, step 1, day 2, and all the instructions are written out. And by the way, just a little heads up, get yourself a journal. For those of you who are watching this, get yourselves a journal and make it a journal. It doesn't have to be a nice journal, doesn't have to be an actual journal. It could just be a spiral notebook, but you want enough pages because if my book, if the guidebook is 90 pages, then you're going to need at least 90 pages in your notebook or in your journal. So, and I want this to be a sensual experience. You can use a digital journal too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I love getting myself new journals. I have another one over here. I love this one. This one, this is not even a journal I will ever write in because it is, I don't know. I'm just never going to write in this journal, but I love it because it's got this white cat and it's got its own pen. I just be buying journals whether I'm going to use them or not. I love I love my digital journals so much online, out, in the woods, walking my dog, dictating into my journal. Love that stuff. So there will be lots of journal buying going on. All right, you guys, I am just rambling right now. I think it's time for me to hop off. Maybe I was a little slothy right now. So just understand that it's not about physical laziness. It's about that kind of emotional laziness. We're going to get into this in depth. Looking at the notes here, yeah, there's quite a bit here that for you to learn about. Yeah, that's it. Crystalline is going to go ahead and sign off. And again, join me for the challenge. It starts this week. Okay, Wednesday is our orientation, so sign up today. All right. Bye for now, friends. See you soon.